Hello, fellow humans. I decided I was going to do something a little different today. I'm learning balance, I suppose. Like, if I don't feel all super sunshine, sun blossom, whatever, I can just chill. You ain't got to be on 10 every day. It takes a lot of energy to be on 10. And lately, I've been feeling like my computer has been under hard reset. But I think that's like the retrogrades and eclipses and shit. Because eclipses are like, in my opinion, I know there are lots of astrological meanings behind it and stuff. But I think in my sci-fi world of existence that they're like timeline jumps. That if you pay attention, you'll notice like little Mandela effect type stuff after the eclipses because you're getting moved to a different timeline, but it's just like little variations of stuff to get changed based upon the work you did during the eclipses to lift your vibration, if you will. This is the make or break time for you to decide if you're going down the yellow brick road or you're going to detour back around the block and fuck around with the flying monkeys and shit. I had distracted. Y'all know I got ADD. Cause right. So get comfortable. TMI coming in as usual, right? So I told y'all I got my ovary for myself. Like I am my husband right now. It's a great placeholder too, right? But I used to have a size 10 finger, right? So when I ordered, I know I lost some weight. So I was like, all right, let me get a 9. I ordered the 9. The 9 was too loose. So I was like, okay, let me go down a size. This is the 8, and it's still like loose. Y'all, I did not realize until this week how much weight I had lost because so much, like it was so much weight to lose. I was 455 pounds, right? So like a lot of the stuff like skin is residual. So I don't pay attention to the weight loss. I'm still not where I want to be. So in my head, I'm still like chugging. Although now I've shifted to working out in the house because allergies are kicking my ass. Can't even go outside without fucking being blinded. But anyway, so when I had to get some new clothes, I was getting them and I realized I was like, hold on, the size. Y'all, I used to be at my biggest a size 34. One time I even had to get a 36 for something, and I was like, I am now a 2022. And this is like still with like my mom boobs that need to be reupholstered and all that stuff. So the discomfort that has come from this eclipse has all been like, you don't even take stock of yourself. It's all about the things that I was like not noticing. But if this means that there's a wonderful upgrade afterwards, I will rock with it. But I have been way more low key in my energy for this reason. Like even right now, I'm sure you can hear the rain sounds in the background. I told y'all last time that's all I've been listening to, but it like they calm my nerves. I've also been listening to like the genius frequency. I made a couple posts this week because I did the virgin frequency. I'm just popping around seeing what different stuff does. And the love one, absolutely. There's a heart cleanse one you can look up. Woke up the next day just like, because what you're doing is you are syncing your human to a vibration. You're magnetizing your field with that sound by sleeping in it for a while. Now, rain, in my opinion, is a cleanse. Like I keep going, like napping and resting, or I'll read, or I'll do something, and I'll pop back up because I've been having to stretch my energy out because, like, so much stuff is happening energetically. Even my gifts are doing, and I was gonna say weird, but I'm trying to train myself not to say weird anymore. It's just like one of those things. But I haven't watched the news since the whole, like the first year of COVID. After that, I was like, oh, this got boring quick. I decided to tune back in this week. Mm-mm. There have been certain things that have been happening during this spiritual journey. Some moments when I have to pause and be like, universe, now come on now. I am a black woman. Some of these things, like, I'm black. I don't do that. We're not going to do this. So while I'm watching the news, when I tap into anything with focus, like I start getting information downloaded. I messed around and tapped in when that bridge fell. I tapped into our president. Then after that, I got led to some Haiti stuff, and I was like, when the info streamed in. I remember, y'all. I remember the first time I saw ET. When I saw them people in them suits come and gank ET's ass up because he was unique. I said, I will forever remember those boys. So when this information that I got started coming in, watching the news, I was like, don't you say shit, girl. This is the type of stuff that the men in black pop up at your door for, because our government ain't shit. It just seems like there are some things being paid for that are not actually what they're meant to be. What's the word I want to use? Look at me trying to pick and choose how to do this. Sometimes there are things listed in the budget that are cover up things for money that is getting moved around, when there are other areas where this money was supposed to be used at, but it's all in alignment with disrespect to the taxpayers that are giving the money. You would not be giving your money to the things that they are giving it to, especially if you knew what they actually were giving it to, because they're being fictitiously listed in the accounting. That's the easy way to say that. Like, no, uh, I need to just not look at the news anymore, because that's not my business, right? So, just wanted to update y'all on some interesting things. Maybe you recognize changes in your gifts too. I was sort of alerted, or like my guides let me know that I'm moving towards a time where these chats that I'd be having with you guys are sort of just like girlfriend chats. Like, even if you're a dude, hey, I'm your girlfriend now. Because going through this journey, you are typically the only one in your family that wakes up to a certain extent. Like, they spread us out so that a multitude of families are being taken care of. But there is one person who's going to be treated like the freak, and you'll hide your gifts during childhood because you get tired of being bullied or whatever, and then you become a disgruntled adult because you don't understand that you've been completely disconnected from yourself your whole life, because you were the gifted one, the weird one, until extra adulthood after 33 comes in, and then you realize you have to gather back all those weird pieces of yourself in order to feel like a human again, and not hate the existence of the shell that you've become for everybody else to be happy while you're miserable inside. So that's where a lot of that inner child work stuff came up. I am actually going to add that to my blog, so that's always there for you guys to check into. Today, I actually hopped on here because I wanted to try something different, along with just checking in, because these planets be whooping our ass. I want to do a story, right? Different. I'm gonna give us a character, and then I'm gonna pull from the other decks and just see where we're being led. Because hanging out in this, it's a rain scene, right? But let me get excited as I describe this. It's a rain scene, but it's a rain scene with like a AI fireplace and like this little, oh, what do I call that? It's like a little seating area, and then there's a waterfall outside the window with the rain. So it's just really a vibe coming from the scene on my television. So, story time. Let's see, who's this story about today? And I'm going to use my archetype. cards for these. They are personified characteristics, traits of people and such. And I have no idea where this is going, how it's going to go. I just want to do different stuff, learning to work with my energy and not be so rigid, not be so hard on myself. So, who is today's story about? What is today's story about? So, take what you can from the story. I have a feeling there's a message in here. Because I'm going to say who is the story about, but it can pertain to a particular person that's watching this video and it'll trigger you if it is. But if not, just enjoy the story. Okay. Excuse any noise in the background. It's spring break. My babies are home. All right, so this story is about. Come on, hello. This story is about someone who's always trying to help people. Loosen up. You know, like the trumpet sound, the dun 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 dun. When I went to go tap into this person's energy, that was immediately what I felt. Like her Captain Saberho was the energy. And I know that's so whatever. I'm just gonna let myself speak freely. We're chilling today. We're fighting together, guys. But the other card is Monk. Monk Nun. This makes me feel like this person is very connected to their moral code. But at the same time, it's not given. It is not given for this person anymore. Basing their lives upon helping other people is not returning what this person thought it was going to return. Not that they ever wanted anything or expected anything in return. They at least expected the people that they were, sacrificing time, energy, advice, because advice counts too. Helping these people that the people would utilize it and make their lives better. That's not what's happening here. This is somebody who was actually, plot twist, being drained. This is the vampire card. Can y'all see that? I can't stretch that far. I'm sort of far back from the light. There we go. This person is being drained. Like they're at the bottom of their well. This person is getting so depleted from helping people and advising people and being there for everybody all the time. It's like a confidant that they're getting close to becoming a vampire themselves. There is a, so let me be dramatic about this. There is a character developing, one full of resentment for all the energy that has been given out, and constantly it's like, why am I always helping you? Like every time I turn around, there's something wrong here. People take this person for granted, take their advice, take their time, take the energy that this person is taking out of their day to talk to them for granted. Okay, so that's our character. This person's having a rough time with being a good guy, good girl. Could be either or. This person seems pretty balanced in those energies, actually. Like they're sensitive when they need to be, but they get it done when they need to. But there is I just watched the movie Split this week. So now when I think of people, I think of different, aspects of their identities. And here it feels like because this person has given out so much and been who they thought they needed to be in the world, and it didn't go the way they wanted to, they got like, I was about to say ate off of, but that sounds sort of hood right. They've been used. They've been depleted. They've given out all they could. This other persona that's developing is somebody who's like hard and tough and like won't let anybody near their soft exterior because they never want to get drained again. And that's not a good path for this person to go under. This is like somebody who's working out a lot to make up for all the anger and the, is it resentment? Let's see. Because what are the backed up feelings causing this? It's a bully. This bully and this like it's a whole new persona that we don't want. And I say that because it's it could go one of two ways, but right now, because the person is still in the depleted energy, it's building into somebody who rises from the ashes, but that person that will never let anybody like see this sensitive, helpful side of them again because they never want to get taken advantage of. This is like a hard armor, a hard shell going around this person of like strength. So they could actually be physically trying to make themselves bigger or stronger right now. So you understand, don't fuck with this person. I'm not the one. I have no advice for you. I have nothing to give to anybody else any fucking more. Like that's the anger I feel coming off of this. Like this person works out with anger. Not that it's on their head, like, yeah, I'm gonna work out because I'm fucking pissed. But no, that is the motivation for why they go so hard. Right? So, what are the unresolved patterns causing the development of this character? What energy is weighing this person down? Their inability to cry. That's a rough one, especially if this person is male, because I know that happens a lot. Although I have seen it happen with females, so I'm trying to stay away from gender. But being told you don't cry, you suck it up, you get it done. That you get it done, this person has been carrying. I feel it. And what did I say? Anger. Oh, I hate that y'all can't see it all the way. Like this is anger in chains. This person has been holding back their anger. It's like they were raised really well, so they know how to present themselves. But that present, oh, I'm so sorry. Neighbors. So present they know how to present themselves. But like this person learned how to present themselves so well, but they never learned how to be themselves. Like that was not allowed. There's a certain decor and a certain uh training or way you conduct yourself when dealing with other people. And that has to do with this I won't cry either. That's a programming as well. This person has programs on them. And when I say programs, it ain't gotta be no crazy Illuminati shit. This is just from childhood. This person has been trained to do A, B, C, and D. And A, B, C, and D in this case are you do not cry. You get it the fuck done. You get over it. You make it work, and that caused some anger issues. That sadness translated into anger, which is also what's building this bully over here. This angry machine. It feels very Arnold Schwarzenegger. This person about to be back. It's the energy I'm feeling. Like, all right, vampires got me for a minute. It's cool. I'm gonna disappear, but I'll be back again. And you won't expect to see me coming how I'm coming when I get back. Because there's this envy card right here, right? It's like this person has their eye on a prize. Maybe something he possibly gave up while giving out all this advice and stuff. Maybe the people that they were helping don't even realize how much stuff this person actually wanted to achieve that they did not achieve because they were sharing their time and energy and effort with other people that they felt needed them in their lives. That's absolutely what this feels like. This person has sacrificed a lot and does not see that anybody, they're not seeing what they want to see in their life for everything that they have given out. So the envy is looking at everybody else who appears, maybe their colleagues, maybe their friends, maybe other people their age, people they grew up with, maybe even the people that they have been helping with their lives their whole time that are blossoming and doing the things that this person wished they had done or had achieved. It could even be this person is noticing that everybody else's life is where they predicted it would be, or yeah, where this person predicted it would be. Maybe this person has some sort of gifts, like, or even the people that they were helping. Some of them made it to their goals, and this person is like, damn, what about the stuff that I wanted to do for myself? This is definitely a person getting their ass dragged. You heard that yell? That's how that person getting dragged. with all this eclipse and retrograde energy, looking back on everything that they wanted for themselves, everything that could have been. This person needs to watch Split. Because the last card here is fragmentation. This person has absolutely been splitting themselves up into different people, different compartments, trying to be everything to everybody. And now they feel like they don't even have themselves. You don't even have a grasp of themselves. Because this reality looks nothing like the one they had put all in the work for, or put in all the work for. Little girl. There's a lot when you hear stuff like coming through your head and you got to get it out your mouth. So let's get some resolution for this character. Like what's happening next? We got the idea of who it is. And it really just feels like a nice person. And I hate to see them go down the no more Mr. Nice Guy. Because I get it taken advantage of road. Or girl or whatever. It really, the anger feels masculine. No cap. The anger feels like, y'all better move. Move out this person's way. So, what does this person need to focus on healing? What does this person need help with healing? This is such an interesting thing to be called to do today. This person needs to, ooh, and hold on, I made my nose run, but that could have been the freaking allergies that are whipping my ass every day. Can't even see. So, along with that programming, right? I don't want to say that this person says what other people want to hear, but they find a way to avoid saying it, that the conversation is just cut off. But there are so many unexpressed words, like maybe they don't feel like fighting, maybe they don't have the energy for any of this anymore to try to prove other people wrong in regards to them. Like it feels like people have an idea of who this person is because that person has never stood up and actually let people know who they are. Maybe non-confrontational, like they might correct people a little bit, but not really. At the end of the day, it's like whatever, people gonna think what they think. Is the energy coming off of them, but it's causing some issues because people, to put this lightly, people have them fucked all the way up, and this person is all the way like misunderstood. But that comes from constantly feeling misunderstood as a child because the pattern of victim consciousness came up. This is all childhood stuff, just things this person learned to just shut up. You're misunderstood. Just shut up. People won't get it. Even if you try to explain, it's going to make you feel worse to try to explain and then still be misunderstood. That's what this person needs to overcome. Because only through finally expressing their true self, and that's not the bully. The bully's not going to express itself. That's why you don't need the bully persona to develop, because that's just going to put an even harder mask, and then you're going to be even more misunderstood because that's not who you are. That's the shell that you're going to put on the outside to keep other people away from all the beautiful parts that got damaged when you let people that you thought you could trust see them. So only through maybe letting people know you were a victim too. That felt significant. Whoever needed this message, maybe nobody ever knew that you were hurting. Maybe you looked so strong that nobody knew that you needed a pat on the back when you were giving them to everybody. This person just feels like they take on the weight of everything all the time, and they always have to take on their problems by themselves. So they feel like a victim, or there's a part of them that perpetually feels like a victim. But there are opportunities being presented for this person to connect with who they really need to connect with. And they're fighting it. Isn't that weird how the freaks don't want to hang out with the other freaks? Such a strange way to say it, but that's what it feels like. Like this person knows that they're not in alignment with anything that they wanted for themselves, period. This is a rough eclipse season because it's not like the friends ain't there, the relationships ain't there, nothing is like this person imagined. it would be at this age, whatever age that is. Maybe this person is approaching 30, approaching 40, 50, but it's some years in here. But nothing is like they pictured it to be. So there's an impasse here. They can't go back to where they were, but they're afraid of going where they belong. They've been trying to avoid signs, trying to avoid messages. Yeah, no, this is somebody bypassing an awakening, if you will. Everything's going to continue to suck more and more until you start to do what feels true to you. It does not feel like this person has been true to them. They've been true to other people above them this whole entire life. Just because that's what they learned was easiest when they were younger. Be what everybody else needs you to be instead of what you need to be for yourself. Dang, this was heavy. So I'm going to pull for an angel message because I got these new angel cards. See what this person, this character needs to know right now. What does this person need to know right now? Stop selling out. Because that was one of the cards that was in here, but it kept screaming like, yo, you matter too. You don't have to be anything but yourself. And maybe it's time you sit down with yourself and figure out who that is. Kaliel, Caliel, justice. The invocable God, justice, makes truth known in court, causes innocence to prevail. Call on this angel. You know, like I know, boom, angels come through. So if somebody is lying on you or working against your reputation, this is the angel you call for that. Because it says invocable God. Invocable means something that you can ingest into yourself, an energy that you can wear. But this also means in terms of like the whole reading the whole storyline that the scales are going to work in this person's favor. Because this legit has been a good person, misguided by, of course, the programming put on them. So there are always areas of error and mistakes we make just trying to be good people based upon what we thought was us being good people. But in general, this is a good person who got put in some horrible situations, not even knowing they were horrible situations. This person thought they was just giving advice, they were being friendly, whatever the case was, until the vampires came out. Until you realize they're vampires. You were helping people that had no intention of, I don't even know if these people had intention of using the advice. Maybe they just wanted to be around you, like just like this. These people wanted to feed off your energy or the character's energy. I feel like this person is going to see this message. Is really what's messing. But I guess it's necessary. People were using your knowledge to benefit them with no care about who you actually were. And then when they saw a weakness, they betrayed you. So, haha, look at this. The next card under this is Aniel, Aniel, the Lord of all virtues, right? Breaking the circle, lifts opposing barriers, brings victory. So, whatever the issue is with the vampires or whatever, there's squad on that. There's somebody handling the fight. The external fight, this person does not need to worry about any external attacks. This person needs to get right inside and make sure they don't lose the core of who they are as a person because of the attacks that are coming from the outside. I'm gonna say, let God fight your battles. Let these angels fight your battles. But you gotta find somebody to talk to get all these thoughts out your head because they are keep talking to somebody directly. Isn't that fucking weird? But I'm working on cursing. But this person's energy is making me feel like no, I need to like buck them up, not because they don't need to be able to have a sad moment or anything, but like no, you don't need to allow yourself to turn into the beast because of these people who never knew you anyway. They only knew what they could take from you. So the last one on the bottom, Sitel, Sitael, the God of hope. Well, that's beautiful. construction of the universe, help with great works, protection from adversaries. All of this is about being attacked by people that you thought you were cool with and feeling like, why the fuck should I do anything for anybody? If I had focused all my attention on me and been that bully and been hard, I'd be where I want to be right now. And I wouldn't be looking at other people having the success that I wanted for myself. You did what you had to do at the time with the tools that you did the best with. Now going forward, uh, you know a little better. It's uncomfortable, but you know a little better. And you know that in another 20 years, you don't want this feeling to come back. You don't want to look at how much you gave out to everybody else and you don't have what you want for yourself in 20 years, but you also in 20 years don't want your reputation to be this stoic person that nobody knows anything about, that just lives alone and has a lot of money and accolades and things, but nobody close to them, no friends, no love. And then this look, this milk commercial just popped up in the middle of my rain sounds that I now have to pause. But the milk is called Fair Life. That's be fair to yourself and you'll end up where you want to be. That closing yourself down isn't going to do that either. It feels like that would make this person very, very bitter. So at the end, they would get what they want in that 20 years because they would sacrifice like everything. Like that energy that they're carrying in the gym or while working out would be the energy that they carry for the rest of their life. And it just would, this person would definitely have to reincarnate again based upon how upset they feel about how this went and the drive. Because remember, you got to work on different vibrations where you build that. Right now, this person is trying to build based on anger, rage, betrayal, fear, all that stuff. That leads down a timeline that is sort of a spiral, a low spiral, because you're not building off of reflecting on what the lessons were and how you can go forward and then going on the upper path. No, this is pure fire down a highway to hell. It's what this feels like. No, the level of anger and stuff. And then at the bottom of my deck before I even shuffle is Mars. No, this person is feeling that Mars and we in Aries season. So what advice would the universe like to give this character? What advice does the universe like to give? Don't go to hell. Don't go back to hell. This person has been in hell before. That's why they were so avid about helping other people, because they had been in difficult situations and they felt like because they were somebody who translated those spiritual gifts that they had as a child into wisdom they could share with other people. As an adult, they felt like it was sort of their duty. If you were guided to somebody, you help somebody that you see is going in the wrong direction. They never thought that somebody who was going in the wrong direction would start going in the right direction and then turn around and like backstab them. They spun the block, bro. So, with that being said, the advice is communication. You can't see the card, but this person needs to get those thoughts out of their head. They need to talk to someone. Keeping all those things is no good for their mental health and no good for their storyline because it's heading down dark places. Like this person needs to clear all the gunk out during this. Oh, like what I started at the beginning of the reading with. I keep forgetting that it doesn't matter if I don't know what I'm talking about in the reading. Whatever I start saying when I tap in, even if it's about myself or my story, it has something to do with what I'm about to say down the line. This person needs to be taking this time the same way I'm being forced to like purge right now. Purge and please, please, please let yourself cry because that emotional stuff is being like stuck in here. It's gonna have to come up someday, and it'll probably come up in like a way more horrible way with this person attempting to close off their heart or attempting to put a shell up. But this person needs to learn how to release their emotions, let themselves be okay with feeling. And even if that feeling is feeling stupid for things you have done. Although in the beginning of this, I said learning not to beat yourself up, but it's okay to feel for a moment like pity. This person needs to accept the part of them that felt like a victim so that they can like empower that. There's so many times when somebody gets like assaulted or robbed or something, they feel like, oh, I should have did A, B, C, and D different. I'm the problem. But no, that happened to you, sweetie. You need to honor the victim within you too, and what was taken from you and what got changed in your storyline in your life because of the situation where you were a victim and you were unable to reconnect to your strength after that. It's like this person reconnected through helping other people the same way that they wanted to be helped. Like they would love to have somebody come along and give them the wisdom or the guidance that they were giving to everybody else, that right now they just sort of have on froze because, like, what is even happening right now? Where am I even going? What am I doing? That's the energy I'm getting from this person. Like, I don't, it's just all grit. Let me just work out and it's cool. It'll work. I'll be sexy. Nothing else matters. So this person needs to find somebody to communicate with, to get some of their thoughts out, to relieve some of that pressure off of their psyche. So this doesn't lead to any mental illnesses. Because there's only so much your mind could take. Once again, the movie Split. Uh, Even a creative outlet, getting into the sun, finding something they enjoy just for themselves. Because they've been doing a lot of stuff for other people. So, for whoever this story was for, hopefully, even if it wasn't your story, you were able to take something from it. Because typically, I find that my energy goes towards whoever needs it the most in these messages. Like them people who are close to like offing themselves and such. So, it is what it is. I'm gonna take me and my loose ass ring. I'm gonna put a different 8, and I'm gonna put a 7 in my cart and see which one fits. Because it's cute. It's just the idea of I'm married to me until God sends me somebody who lines up with the me that I'm supposed to be. So you can take that as a manifesting thing too, guys. Y'all have a great day. Did I click the button? Nope, there we go.